Hi everyone, we are here again live tonight from Australia. So good evening from here. Good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching our live right now. And then we are here. I'm from Western Australia in Sheraton, and we have our guest as well. We have Selena and Ash from Perth, and also we have Vicky. Vicky is from Adelaide. So tonight we will just talk casually about about our business. We're sharing about our journey, and also we like to encourage everyone maybe sharing about what made us into this business, and for some of you that I know some of you interested on the business and then just wondering how to get started, and then some of you already getting all the information about the business, but still not sure about how you guys can get started. So, what really helps people to move forward? And tonight we will talk about that based on our personal experience. So, about what made us deciding to do and move forward with the business. So, for me myself, my biggest hesitation back then was before I got started is there is. Oh, I forgot. I should introduce my guest first, not just keep talking. I'm sorry, guys. All right, then I will start myself. For whoever that you don't know me yet, my name is Ari. I live in Sheraton in Western Australia, and I'm originally from Indonesia, but I live in Australia for over 20 years now. I think it's about 24 years now in here in Western Australia. And I'm a mother of two. I'm still working full time, but I love this business as well to supplement my income. And it's been great. And this is my third year in the business, so I'm really enjoying it. And now I'm here with Vicky. Vicky, would you like to introduce yourself? And then we go to Perth to see Selena and Ash.
Okay, thanks, Ari. Hi, everyone. My name is Vicky. I live in South Australia, Adelaide, South Australia. I'm also originally from Indonesia. I've been living here in South Australia for over 16 years. I'm also still being an employee. I used to be a full time, but since running this business, I reduced my hours to part time. I work for a state government office here in South Australia. I've been working for this department for almost 14 years as an admin officer. And I also run a traditional business with my husband in commercial cleaning services. And I'm in my fourth year in this business. So next month is my fourth years in this digital business, and as I already said, I'm loving it too. So I'm a wife and a stepmom of 18 years old boy. That's it about me.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ash. Thanks for having me today. I'm an underground miner. I've been working underground for nearly 25 years, and I've just started in the digital business. So I've been in it for 3 months now. So really enjoying it and really excited to be here. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Selena. I am a mum of three. We've got three daughters. They all play sport. We all play sport. I'm a sports coach and now an online digital business owner. This is like Ari. I think this is my third year as well. And yeah, I'm excited to be here tonight. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ash and Selena, and thank you as well, Kapiki. It's lovely to have you here again. And yes, now go back to the topic. So, from interested to started. what really helps people move forward, that's the one that we would like to share tonight. So I like to hear from your personal experience, what actually made you moving forward to the next step into the business, and then again, and then what was the one that make you say yes, and also looking back, what kind of fear that you before joining the business that you had, and also what surprised you after you you as business owner, after you in the business, and also if later we can share to everyone about what would we say to someone watching who is interested but still sitting on the fence. So we will talk about that. So I think I will start with you, Selena, and ask if you would like to share whatever that you think, from your perspective, what you want to say to everyone about this topic. So anything that you would like to say to us. There is no certain question as well. So just your personal experience. So if you can start that.
Chris.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
cool.
can just talk.
Chuck me on the spotlight. Yeah, I'm just surprised how supportive the community is. Just being in it for 3 months now and being able to connect with people. I have a mentor and a coach that have helped guide me through my training with the business. And I also had the luxury of meeting you guys and doing these online go lives and connecting with people globally. I never really appreciated that until it happens to you actually doing it. You know what I mean? It's different when, we all buy products online. We know how to use online, and connect with, but you're not really connecting with someone like what we're doing right now. So to do this, it's a little bit scary at first, but just seeing everyone's there for you. Any questions you have, it's not like you got to go it alone, and it can be intimidating for a lot of people. But there's always someone there to help. I know I did a go live recently, and we discussed a few topics, and with a coach in Germany, and that just blows my mind away that we can connect with people all over the world. Doesn't matter where we are. As long as you've got a laptop and a phone, you can take your business anywhere, like even on holidays or wherever you're going, you can always connect. And there's always people to reach out to if you're stuck with something in the business. So that side of it has really blown me away. So I really appreciate it.
Exactly. Yes. This business is not just merely it's about making profit and benefit to our own as a financially, but apparently after I learn and deep down into the business, it's more to it. I actually gained so much personal growth for me myself, for being someone that was so shy. I was not able to talk in front of the camera or even in front of the people, trying to convince people, for example. No, I was like somebody that really not confident at all. But look at me now, I can't stop talking. And just like very addictive to be able to actually connecting with others and everything's making a connection is the best. I made friends from all over the world pretty much from this business while I'm making money. It was just like, yes, I was scared. I was scared at the beginning when I was looking for extra income. And then back then, about 3 years ago, when I was really in the difficult situation financially, and then just moved in the new town with the 2 kids. It was really hard to get extra job back then. So I couldn't work extra because my time is already full. And then working full time at home, I have to take care of the kids and then make sure they, doing the right things at school, doing homework and everything. So, but until I saw this opportunity that really really opened my mindset and everything. I was scared, but I was actually encouraged myself to do my research to find out what kind of business is there. I asked lots of questions, and I did think about it. I didn't really do it in rush, but I did my due diligence to find out about, as a normal people, we need to find out about what it is. And then I was scared, but I managed to find out, and I I did it anyway. And then that's the way that when you skate on something, you actually have to, um, how to say, you have to have courage to, for your curiosity and everything, and then you have to take the risk. Anything in this world, anything, we actually have a risk anyway. So it's nothing to lose at the end. Again, the one that really got me before starting this business is because before we started, we were offered towards a business program, right? And this business program, of course, there is a fee towards this business program, but it's like small fee. You know what? That amount is actually, if I about like 3 cartons of beers in Australia, we can call, and we sometimes we just spend the amount is only for weeks, for takeaway. Oh my God, is this for takeaway for the whole family? One night I can skip it and I can try for that. And then it's fully refundable within 30 days. It's nothing to lose. We learn about the program, and then we learn everything, because that fee is to unlock everything what we're doing, and then how to make money, and then what kind of startup costs or package inside the program. And then we know everything. And then if we think, oh, it's not for me, that's fine. And then we get a fully refundable amount that we paid within 30 days, of course. And then that's the one that got me. And I learned about that, and I loved it. I love the business plan. So I went ahead and I decided to jump in, and here I am. I'm my 3rd year, and yes, my first year was, I was actually taking it very slow. It was not quick win, but hey, I'm really enjoying it. And now I'm starting to get all the benefits, and of course, I will never look back. Okay, that was for me. And then I like to ask Kak Vicky, what about you, Kak? What actually made you say yes?
What made me say yes, it's actually the business model, actually, to be honest, because before I'm doing this business, I had 2 online businesses before. So I've joined a couple online business before, but unfortunately it didn't really fit my expectation. It didn't really fit my lifestyle. It didn't really fit my time as well. So I thought, is this online business is actually something for me or not? Because I really want to do an online business, but I wasn't sure how I do that, because it seems like all online business was the same. That's what my first thought. But then when I've got introduced with this particular online business, like you all said, I hesitate before, because I thought this is gonna be the same. But when I saw the free info session, which is the 90 minutes webinar, and that struck me as well, because they said all the system is already provided. And I thought, oh, what that mean? Because I have, in my previous online business, I have to build it from the scratch. I have to contact people to build it. And I didn't know how. And I thought when they said that it's all system being provided, and I said, this is gonna be easier than I thought. And then because I wanted to know more, then I went to the next step, which is we have paid the refundable trial member fee, which is, I love it, because when we go to the social media, there's lots of people offering an online business, content creator, or whatever you say it. And as you said, Ari, this 30 days trial membership, it's not like when you signed up and then you gonna lose the fee completely, but it's just how you actually learn what this business gonna offer you, because at the end of the day this is a very crucial decision that you have to make, right? Making Creating a business is not as simple as you will become just like an employee. You already have a set task, but become a business owner, you have to responsible for everything, including the profit that you make and the operational of the system that you are going to run. So you have to really understand that, and then you have to really know whether or not running a business is for you. So that's why we have to make sure people who go to this step is actually people who really ready to change their life to be a business owner. So that's why the fee come to place, because let's say like you will seriously watching something if you pay. If you get it for free, you probably just like, I don't care, maybe I'm just gonna watch it later or whatever. But if you pay, you will pay attention on that, right? Because you wanted to know exactly what you're into. And that's what I did before, because I really want to know, and I don't mind paying the small fees. Like Ari said, it's probably just only like a dinner date with your boyfriend or your partner, maybe even more than that actually. So and I said, why not? Because it's gonna come back to me if I don't like it anyway. I just ask the refund back. And yeah, that's I was grateful that I actually took that step. And yeah, here I am 4 years from then. I joined the business, and if I was that scared that time to pay that refundable fee, I probably wouldn't change my life. I probably gonna be stuck in my full-time job. I probably gonna stuck in 15 hours a day working 7 days a week, and I wouldn't go anywhere. And because of that small fees, I'm now changing my life, and it's getting better and better and better. And yeah, that's probably why I said yes, because the business model is actually tricked me. And when I saw the blueprint was actually something that I have been looking for a very long time, and I found in this business. That's it.
That's right. It's actually really simple business for everyone. Everyone can do, as long as people actually, wants to learn deep down about it. So now, Selena, I like to hear from you, from your perspective. So, about joining this business, if you can share, um, from your experience yourself, because like you in the business first before Ash. So what was actually got you from the first place into this business, if you can share with us?
Yeah, thank you, Ari. I guess I was a little bit different. I knew what I wanted, so I went looking for something. I didn't know if it existed, but I went looking for something online that would fit around my life, so I didn't have to change. Well, I believed there was going to be something out there that I could work around what I already did. And I searched, and there was other businesses that I saw, sort of had a look into. Didn't really like those. I found with the ones I did research, there wasn't any mentorship or coaching, I got to a certain point where I felt like there wasn't anybody to reach out to. So I moved on, and then I just kept searching, and then I found this business, and as soon as I found it, I believed that that was what I was looking for. So I signed up. I didn't need any what's the word, nurturing from my my coach who I saw in an ad. I didn't need anybody to push me. I just made the decision and signed up. However, once I did that and realized what I had, well, actually, no, I didn't realize what I had committed to. I didn't know what it was. So it became real then. Like what have I actually signed up for? What does it actually mean? Oh, you're a business owner. What does that mean? Does that mean, is it going to mean I have to, do things that I wouldn't normally do or wouldn't know how to do, and some things that make me feel uncomfortable? So get out of my comfort zone. I started to, I was looking at people, my coaches and mentors who do lives like this. I thought, do I have to do that? Nah, maybe I don't have to do that. Maybe I can do it without having to do that. Or maybe I can do it without having to become a coach, or without having to teach people. Do you know what I mean? So it started to become real. And is it going to cost me money? Do I have to invest money? Like your money, his money? And yeah, all of these things, started to become a reality. And then I got nervous and scared. But then I always related this back, and I have to keep doing this. Otherwise, I think if I didn't, I'd probably want to not be there. Like, I'd probably want to switch this off right now and not be here. I relate it back to sport, and when you learn something new. So if I'm teaching someone, one of my athletes, a new skill, I know what they have to go through, and I know that they're probably not going to be very good at it in the beginning. And that's my job, is to teach them to learn that skill and allow them time to train and, be there to guide them. So I would put that, think about that when I was doing this and thinking, well, you don't know you don't know how to do this. You don't know how to post on social media. You don't know all those things. However, the training is there, there's step-by-step training. You have a mentor, you have a coach, you have a massive community of helpful people, who you can reach out to all the time. So when I thought about that, I thought, well, if I can teach an athlete how to learn a new skill, then I can learn myself as well, right? So I think that, yeah, that just makes me feel better about being here, is knowing that I'm not doing it alone. And now I'm in my 3rd year. I don't know everything. I'm not even close to knowing everything. But I know some things, and I can teach those things to new people who come in here like you. So yeah, so I just think, don't worry about those sort of things. If you are thinking about starting an online business, just remember that the training is here and you have support, and you just have to be coachable. So so yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's right. Everyone has to actually be coachable if you would like to be entrepreneurs, because that's actually the foundation. So, which is, if you coachable, it means you actually willing to learn for new things. So so you can get into success, that the goal that you wanted to. So yeah, you talking about the live talk. I was actually had the same thought before. Really, we have to show up like that and talk. Oh, I couldn't do that. And then I couldn't even talk in front of the camera to do things, make advertising, things like that. But again, that's everyone fear. I know, I can see. I have so many leads and everyone that in my team, all of them asking me the same question: do I have to do the same like what you're doing? And the answer is no, you don't have to, because this business is actually have so many ways um, to operate, to manage. You have, it's like everything will be guided. It's what is your style, what is your preference, everything is there. But again, because you will get a full training, you will have like lots of catch up with other people. You will have, off what I'm talking about catch up. You catch up online, you also catch up offline as well. You will see so many people, and then that will build yourself into the confidence. And at the end, because our mindset is been ongoing with this kind of happiness doing the business that we're doing, and finally you naturally showing up anyway, because you want to share to others how good this business. You want, to say that, look, this is real. Because a lot of people, if they see our ads online or see our social media, will be questioning, are you guys actually real? Are you guys actually offering something genuine? And yes, of course, if not, where would we? We're traveling all over the world just for a catch up with other, for a gathering. Why would we spend money for nothing? We actually resulting on something. Why we would some happiness in our page if just pretending, no, we actually enjoying our business. This is the things that we have from the community support that we have. We have a solid global community support over nearly 300,000 members, right? It was just amazing. We actually global. And if people thought, oh, you're doing the same business, how do you think there is a chance for me to do it? Because everyone seems doing the same. Of course, yes. And there is no competition in this business. This is the one that I really like. And no target, because you are the boss. You will be assigned mentor and coach, of course. That's just part of your team. So if we work on something in a team, will make us stronger. But of course, you have option to do very much to manage your personal growth with your own. But again, you have to be there. So you have to find out yourself, which is the next step. If you get information from info session right now, you have to open your mind for the next step so you can learn more to unlock everything. Don't be scared about that fee. But again, that fee you can, substitute with something just for a week or two, not doing that things. And then later, anyway, if you think, oh, not for me, just ask for the refund. We will not ask for the reason. You'll get the refund straight away. And also, I have lots of questions this week about why you guys not telling us directly. Why we have to see info session? Why? Why can't you just tell me? Because it's so many information there. We can only tell such a little. But with the info session and the rest, you will just open everything. So make it clearly and understandable about everything. That's the reason. So yes, this business is real, and you can go there and then don't overthink about it and just take action for now. So I like you if you can get a last message to everyone, what the next step from here. And then, or if you have any advice for our audience out there, has been interested on our business, been watching us all the time, following our page, but still sitting on the fence. Please, maybe as you would like to say something, or Selena again, or Kathy, go ahead before we say goodbye.
We can say together. Do you want to say?
Yeah.
Just for me, if you're sitting on the fence, I heard this when I was learning the business. I heard a comment, if you're scared, don't be afraid because when you're starting, you're not going to be a superstar in this business, right? Everyone's got to start from the start, and you got to be prepared to suck before you succeed. So suck first and then succeed later, and that's okay to like how do they say, crack a few eggs and they land on the floor when you're trying to make the omelet. That's okay. I mean, if you let that, yes, yep. If you let that hold you back, you won't start anything. But yeah, don't be afraid. Give it a go, and you know this could be just what you've been looking for. So that's it from me.
And like what you were saying, Ari, about the fee, you know, how people might be worried about that fee, or you know, why don't you just tell me? Or the training, or in that learning session, or what do you call it? In the
info.
Yeah, in that info session, not the info session, the bigger package, the
business plan.
Yes, in the business plan. Yeah. So when you pay that fee, what you're paying for, that also involves like 2 to 3 hours of, you know, of videos. So in real life, we're not going to be able to sit there for 2 to 3 hours with you explaining it, and we wouldn't even be able to explain it as well as the videos do anyway. They're professionally done and made. So you'd be doing yourself a favor by going in and actually learning and learning from that package, isn't it? So that's it from me. Just have a go. Just have a look at it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. How about from you, Kapi? If you can share.
Yeah, I probably just want to add up a bit what Selena said before, that the 2 or 3 hours videos, you don't want to hear us talking to you like 2 and 3 hours. You probably just like, can you excuse me? Can you stop just here? Because I wouldn't sit there and listening to people presenting me for 2 hours and just listen for 2 hours. I wouldn't do it. And that's what I like about this business. We never force people to do things. You have to do your own due diligence. So you have a freedom to choose whether or not you wanted to do it, or whether or not you want to moving forward, because no one's gonna force you to do anything in this business. We're not like salespeople to just keep at you all the time, because we want people to make their own decision to change their life, which is like us. We want ourselves to make our own decision to change our life, because we know exactly how important the change is. If you are sitting there, like Ash said, you're sitting there and then you're waiting for the star to drop from the sky to change your life in a split second, it's not going to happen. You have to do something to change it. But if you just want to sit there and doing nothing, it's not going to happen. So that's what I said. That's what I just want to say. You need to make your own decision whether or not you want to see all the complete package and information, and no one's going to force you, and you can watch whenever you want. You have 30 days for 1 month. You can watch for half an hour today, half an hour next week, half an hour, whatever, and then you make a decision after that. And that's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Kapiti, and thank you, Ash and Selena, for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now I'd like to ask a question for you, our viewers. So, how do you know when you are genuinely not interested, or simply you are afraid? So that's question you can answer. I know everyone's been answering me this week. Everyone's saying, look, I'm interested, but maybe later. I need to think about it. No, not right now. And hey, if you have that kind of thought, you will never get there. And I love this saying goes saying, if for there is what is it called about planting the trees. The best time to plant the trees was for trees today was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. So Today is. So don't overthink it. If you love yourself, your future, if you need something more in your life, so it's nothing to lose. If you see our program right now, you see our business, you see us around, ask us questions. So go get the next step, get the info session, and don't be scared to go through that fee. That fee is nothing, and it's always come back to you anyway, even 10-fold, 1,000-fold after you in the business, if you really do it. All right, we say goodbye for tonight, and we will see again on our next session. See ya, everyone.
Thank you,
See ya.
everyone.
Thank you.
See ya.